In that case, it's time to make some more holiday magic. Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another episode of Brickmania TV. This is your regular Thursday sit rep. If you caught last week's episode, we are already moving our production schedule forward towards the holiday season because that's what time it is here. It actually starting to feel a little bit like fall outside in Minnesota, which was a lot different than last week when it was still 87 degrees and we were talking about Battle of the Bulge advent calendars. So not only this week do we have a new pre-order dropping that would go wonderfully with last week's advent calendar, but we also have this thing over here, which is a Brickmania holiday ornament, which is going to be free while supplies last with purchases of $250 or more. That is online only. Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what's going on over there?
Well, as people who follow the vault know, that we've been putting a lot of old figures into, kit figures into the vault lately. We decided to do something a little bit different with some of them. They're coming out. Yeah. So we have a bunch of figures that are missing their headgear. Either we didn't get enough, didn't make enough. So we decided, hey, let's take all these leftover figures, put them in a holiday ornament, and make it a limited time thing. And it's one way you can get your hands on these figures, kind of almost a last chance, but it is a random chance.
Correct.
So we have hundreds of figures. We're going to put out 100 of these ornaments.
That'll be the gift with purchase option. Will be capped at the first 100.
So it is an ornament. So it's a brick built component. I don't have the printing on. They're still they were just finalizing that as we walk down. So there will be a printed tile that will signify that this is the holidays for 2024. Meaning we probably will do this again next year if there are enough figures left over or something. This could be the start of a new tradition, but.
Look how great they look.
Yeah, this is great. You'll have to put this together. This is a kit. You will have to actually build it. So you get the base, you get this holiday cube. It's not Lego. It's not a Brickmania product.
Correct.
And then we got this cool Brickmania ribbon.
Heck yeah.
So this is a kind of a cool thing. It's actually gold metallic print thread. It's cool. This is ribbon. We've never done anything like this before. Closest thing would be our lanyards from World War Brick, I guess. So we have this. You get a figure, the holiday hat, printed plate, plus whatever you need to build this little base here.
Correct.
The ornament, the ribbon, and of course the limited edition
figure itself.
Yeah. And these figures, when they're gone, they're gone. We're just going through our leftovers. Like, this is a great way to get these out to people and also make a cool little holiday ornament for your tree or whatever you.
Yeah, exactly. Wherever you want to hang it, or whatever you want to put in there. We were laughing about that. There'd probably be a handful of people, if not more, that when they receive theirs, will be like, well, I'll put my own figure in there because this one's cool. I'm putting it in my collection. So either way, you can do with it what you want. That's part of the reason we left it open for you guys to build it.
These are not misprints or anything. They're
just fully printed.
They are fully printed. So, and the legs and the torso match. It is a full printed figure. The head, I can't guarantee it's going to be the exact head that came with that.
Sure, but it's a Brickmania head.
Yeah, it's definitely. They're not Legos.
And we'll make sure the hands match. Don't worry.
So for sure, it's not a rando. This is not a rando at all.
Correct.
It is actually a premium figure, and you'll be able to get your hands on one for free.
Well, supplies last.
Yeah.
Again, that's online only. We're just getting them put together here in the HQ, so we're only going to be able to make that promotion available online. And then as we get closer to the holiday season, you potentially see them show up in stores and stuff like that as we creep closer to that.
Definitely. It's not something we really planned on. It was kind of a spur of the moment. Hey, let's do this.
And who doesn't want to get free stuff? I mean, if you're jumping in on something already, that's at or across that $250 mark, and you get a free, awesome little ornament with a figure like that included in it, that's going to be a pretty high draw if you ask me, because I want one. I know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've seen this happens to be a modern. I think this is one of the crew from probably either Humvee or one of the Blackhawks.
Okay.
And this one's female. You name it. There's so many different figures. There's modern. I think all of them are fleshies, but they're various hues. It's going to be random. But there's World War II, World War I. I mean, it's
all the eras,
and this is going back years. I've been cleaning out the UV department. They're like overflowing on the floor with all their back catalog. And now that the stuff has gone through the vault, all 4 copies are gone. We have extra figures. We're going to get rid of them.
Yeah, there you go. And what a cooler way to do it than by adding a little Festivus to whichever holiday you're choosing to celebrate this year, which is awesome. And like we said, first 100 are free with that order threshold, and that gift is online only. Which, if you were to place this week's newest pre-order, and especially if you include the optional upgrade, you would hit that threshold right away. And then not only would you be getting something in relation to the Advent calendar, which hopefully you got in on before our production ran out. But you would also get this nice little gift and something that relates to that, and that is the SdKfz AusFD with 7.5 centimeter Pack 40. That's a World War II German half-track designed by Andreas, who we'll hear from here in a minute. But I do want to say that people who are getting in on this pre-order, we are going to be releasing a Panzer Grenadier coming up here standalone in the future. However, like we're doing with most of these pre-orders, we are giving those people who place those orders first crack at up to 4 of them to add on with your kit. So if you want to fill that half-track up a little bit with some Panzer Grenadiers, feel free to do so. That pre-order will be dropping, as usual, 8 a.m. on Friday. But let's hear from the guy who designed it. Turn things over to Andreas.
Hey guys, it's Andreas here from the design studio in Oslo, and today I have a new kit to show you. This is a prototype for the SdKfz 251 AusFD with a Pack 40 that it is trailing behind. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 kit pack. Would be pretty common for these guys to be transporting troops, ammo, equipment, as well as actually towing behind it some pack weaponry. So this is the Pack 40, pretty much the same design that we have been using for the Pack 40 bunker, but this time in a new ambush camouflage color. This is not the finalized color, this is just my prototype, so I was just using whatever pieces I had on hand. Make sure to check out the render so you can see all the nice printing and the finalized colors. So for the kit, yeah, you do have this trailer feature. You can unhitch this pretty easily, and then you have the Pack 40, which you can widen the stance like so, and then ready to fire. You get a couple figures, so you have one vehicle commander and a driver, so they can also be operating the Pack 40 if you wish. For the half-track itself, this is the late war SdKfz 251. There's also an SdKfz 250 that we have as well, which is a shorter version. This is the longer version, and so you can fit a bunch of troops in there. There's room for a guy that can be sitting, your driver in there, as well as your vehicle commander or front gunner here. You can also you also do get the perfect caliber MG34 in the back, so you can have a secondary gunner protecting the rear. So for some of the features here, the wheels are rolling, of course. The tracks, they do roll. A bit more difficult on a slippery surface, but yeah, it should be working well. New hood, I really wanted to try to get the angle here, because it does have this angle going outwards as well as downwards for the vehicle protection. And you also have this angled front here with a couple of headlights. So this is all stuff I really wanted to try to get into this model. This is built 7 studs wide, similarly to the last SdKfz 251 that John Canonput designed. So using some of the same chassis, wheel configuration, but everything else on top is totally new. Let's have a look at in the back here. You do have this gun, and you also have a couple of doors that you can open. Let's see, trying to do this with one hand without breaking it. There you go. You can open the doors in the back so your troops can run out. This is one of the kind of a weaker point, because the connection here is just on a bar, but it is sort of locked in there. Once you place this side panel here, you have kind of locked this one in place. So yeah, should be a nice little kit, nice for display, nice for a diorama, also for play. Yeah, highly recommend this. The figures are looking great, done by Amanda. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
All right, thank you so much, Andreas. That is our featured pre-order for this week. But don't worry if that doesn't float your boat. We got a whole bunch of other stuff that is hitting the web. Literally like 8 new items in the whole. Yeah, just it's ridiculous.
This is the holiday onslaught we've been planning for. So
we are getting ready. So before we get into some new stuff, let's cover some things that are shipping, like this bad boy right here. This is the Crusader. For what we can tell, it's mostly all put together the way it's supposed to be, all printed up and looking sharp.
Let me rotate this. Yeah, let's turn this thing on.
It is a beast.
So this is Gonzalo Lieberman, guest builder
Project managed by Brennan.
Yeah, what a amazing kit this is. This is like one of the most durable. You drop this thing on the floor, you might hurt your foot.
Yeah, the fuselage itself is rock solid.
One heck of a model. It's packed with features. I mean, most like what it jumps out of me is the printing. So this is
Just look at that tail.
Yes, the livery on here is awesome. U.S. Marine Corps. This one actually is Navy. So it's a Navy jet used by both Navy and U.S. Marine Corps. Sort of Vietnam era until they were replaced by the F-4 Phantom. And
I think this one in particular, you guys correct me. I know you guys will in the comments, but I believe this one got the final MiG kill for a Navy Crusader. Or a famous one or something in relation to that. But I know this is a specific bird that a lot of people were really excited to see. I believe there still are some available. If not online, they're getting ready soon to ship to stores. So go ahead and jump in on that because it's not one you want to miss, and it would sure make somebody happy to get for Christmas, even if that person is you.
This was a very difficult kit. I think there were some people that were taken aback by the price. But if you were to build this thing, see how densely built it is, how sturdy it is, how durable it is, all the features, folding wings, canopy. That canopy, we had to go through
excavator?
Heck and high water to get that canopy. You literally had to buy 50 big sets in order to get that canopy. It's brand new, not even available from Lego anywhere else. You basically had to go buy the whole set to get that.
Had to make it work.
But it looks great. I mean,
Yes,
it was a great choice. If it didn't look good, we wouldn't have gone through all those troubles.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. Stay tuned for a designer studio coming sometime in the near future here, where we'll get Brennan in to be able to talk a little bit about project managing this beast and working with outside designers to bring this creation to life. We also have a Andrea kit shipping out. That is what did you say, Saharina, whatever. Sorry,
the Saharan desert.
Don't critique my Italian too much. So that is getting ready to ship. If you remember, the pre-order for that featured first crack at these guys.
Oh, we have some paratroopers dropping in.
The World War II Italian Folgore paratrooper. That's a perfect caliber Brick Arms MAB 38. But yeah, that's a sweet little figure. Those will be now available individually. Whatever's left will be available individually come the Friday morning release. So that's awesome. We've got another...
Which means there's not many.
No, there won't be many. There never are. So, and actually we were just looking at, I think it was with the advent calendar, we had the pre-order for some of the 101st paratrooper guys. If you were holding on and waiting for the individual release of those, you better be really fast when it happens, because just about everyone who placed that pre-order went with 2 of those guys as an upgrade. So the individual release for those is going to be very small. Yeah. Another exciting release for this week, we have Figures of History number 6. So this is Red Parkinson. He comes with a perfect caliber Brick Arms M1 carbine with the full stock and a copy of the book Devotion, which includes a signed autographed bookplate by Red Parkinson, who was one of the Marines on the ground. If you've seen either the movie or read the book, you would know that it kind of covers the skies above and the foxholes below. And so that's his side of the story. He was one of the heroes in that book. But we have that figure as well. Please remember, those are limited to what is there. That is not something that we'll ever restock. That is something that we have in a partnership with Valor Studios. We get a certain amount with the signed bookplate, with everything to put together this beautiful package. And then once they're gone, they're gone. So that's how it's worked with all the Figures of History. That's how it's going to continue to work, because that's what the deal was.
It is. And also, we're not going to sell the figures separately.
Right. Yeah. That's the only way to get it is with the Figures of History.
That's the first question that I usually get. When are you going to sell the figures separately? Or do you have any leftovers? No, we make exactly what we need. If there are leftovers, they go to the family.
Correct. Yeah, that's how it works. That's part of the agreement. Again, that's an agreement with Valor Studios. Which, if you haven't seen the film, make sure you watch the film Devotion, and then obviously read the book along with it after you pick up this figure if you haven't read it already, because that is awesome. We've got a cool little rundown here. I don't have anyone to show him off, unfortunately, because he's still in taking pictures here. Sorry, Andrea. I'm just using your figure as a quick stand-in for showing this off. So we are releasing some new squad sticker packs, 2 this week. One is the Revolutionary War American soldier. The other one are the British Redcoats. And then we also have this, which is a standalone printed tricorn hat, which allows you to pretty much complete that look. If you've got
Yeah.
your figures to sticker up and add that printed hat to, then you've got a nice squad of both Breadcoats and Revolutionary Americans for about as good of a price as you could possibly hope for.
Yes, because right now you can go on to online Pick a Brick and get yourself a nice red torso for pretty good price.
Look at that.
Yeah, cover, and you don't even have to buff. When you're using little sticker packs, you don't have to take the ink off.
Nope.
It's already there. Just wrap it wrap the sticker right over it. So probably the easiest army builder in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and if you're going to do one of those big, if you're doing, just any one of the big battles, Yorktown, or what was I was just thinking of Valley Forge or something like that. If you're doing a mock, something along those lines, and you need a whole lot of figures, it's a good way to do it. Is to be able to pick up those sticker packs, and you get a squad per pack for an excellent price.
You get six per pack. I don't know if they had squads back there.
Yeah, squad pack is just the branding of the stickers themselves. Don't take it too literally. Then we got a couple of torsos as well, World War I German infantry torso and the World War I French rifleman torso. Both of those will be available, getting ready to ship, and then a perfect caliber Brick Arms Bren gun as well, which is an update because the previous one was printed on gunmetal. This one is printed on black.
Yes. So not the same. New.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
Amazingly.
This is a paragraph. I know, right?
Yeah. It's
a lot of stuff.
half
ready to ship.
half a page long.
So let's flip over quick here to Monday as well. We've got the CV22 Osprey coming back on pre-order. That also has the option for the LATV.
LTA TV.
LTA TV, yeah.
And also, and the PJs.
PJs,
as well.
correct.
And this we're getting towards the end of the lifespan of that kit, so this may or may not be the last.
Be the final offering, yeah. Especially with the Marine one rolling out and the Navy one potentially still in the pipeline. And then we also have the Husky TSV, which is the British Armored Tactical Support Vehicle. Again, probably the final offering, at least for 2024.
For sure, for this year. The rest of the schedule is full.
Yeah, because of how close we're getting out and all those already. Then we got some stuff that was previously pre-ordered, getting ready to ship, and then we've got an awesome little World War II themed minifig Monday. So CH-53 Super Stallion heading out the door. The Huey gunship, that's the UH-1B, getting ready to head out the door. Dastardly Fellows Part 1. Also getting ready to head out the door. I'm not sure how many of those are left because that was pre-ordered as well. But then for Minifig Monday, World War II U.S. Rifleman V3, World War II U.S. Army Infantry Rifleman, D-Day U.S. Infantry V2, all three of those figures getting restocked come Monday. And then just for one little outlier, we also have the U.S. Army Ranger Grenadier, which is the Battle of Mogadishu theme. Coming back as well. So some nice minifig offerings showing up on Monday, which is great because recently they've been few and far between considering the rollover of production of some of the pre-order kits. So Minifig Monday is back starting Monday, which is cool.
But it's not going to last. There's so many. Get them while you can, people, because the schedule is really full, and there's not a whole lot of, after all these kits with the nice prints on them, there's not a whole lot of, or even I guess just say kits with a lot of figures in them. There's not going to be a whole lot of room left over on the project or schedule for individual figures. So when you see them, grab them because we're not going to be doing a whole lot of restocks. I mean, they're coming. But, it's sparse compared to what it's been.
Right. We don't have the dates necessarily from the shipping services yet. But remember, we usually try to let you guys know kind of when those thresholds are for. When you're going to get stuff on time for the holidays, and we're already hitting a lot of those dates with our pre-orders. I mean, I think we're even out as far as like the middle of November, which depending on how far away you live and how reliable those shipping services can be, especially around that time, just take that all into consideration because we don't want anybody to have a sad face on the holidays. That's not what it's about. And obviously your holiday will be brighter if you've got a little Brickmania under the tree or in your stocking or however it works.
And there are lots of new things. I'm not trying to scare you about the Minifig Monday, but it's very much weighted for new stuff coming.
Correct. That's what we want to keep.
Oh my, Holly!
Holly, did you just open your? She got that whole thing of treats down. All right, well that about does it for Thursday Sit Rev. Thank you very much, Brickmaniacs. We've got a cat mess to clean up. She just took down that whole thing of treats. Oh, what a dork cat.